Bitcoin is still struggling to get up and over the 50-day exponential moving average, but there is good news. We do have an RSI uptrend still continuing on the daily charts. We'll also take a quick look at the weekly close here for Bitcoin. I also want to take a quick gander at the Cardano charts and speculate of what could happen regarding the upcoming Vassal hard fork. All of that and more in today's video. My name's Lark. I make videos on investing. If you like the top, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a little thumbs up on the thumbs up button if you do like this kind of content. Now let's go ahead and get into it. So let's go ahead and look at Bitcoin here. So the yellow line on the chart here, this is the 50-day exponential moving average. Now you can see we've had a few failed attempts to try and get over this line back on the 20th of July. Back at the end of July, we had a few days where we were actually trading just above it, slammed back down, but a fake out, that one. Had another attempt on the 5th of August, came back down, and once again, we find ourselves in the situation where we are trying to get a daily candle to close above that. That's a new daily candle, so it's gonna be a while before that ends up closing the candle out, but one of these days we are going to get that. This is not gonna act as this area of resistance forever. I think once we break through that 50-day exponential moving average, it really gives us a nice clear run up to the next two major areas of price resistance. That of course comes in at $25,500, which you can see was an area of support way back here on the 12th of May during the crash. And of course, that then comes very close in line with, by the time we get there, I imagine, the 100-day exponential moving average. And of course, the real area, the second area I'd be really watching for, comes in here around $28,000, which was the major area of price support before the markets rolled over back in the start of June. Now, right now, I want to point out, we are continuing an uptrend on the daily RSI. So you can see we went from this oversold area back here, which again, historically has been a great buying area when we do see these oversold moments for Bitcoin. And yeah, we've had a few of them that have come through. And if you zoom out to the higher time frames, you get a bit better signal coming through. The weekly RSI, for example, tends to give a bit of better indication on these kind of things. But nevertheless, the daily RSI being oversold like that does tend to be a good buying opportunity. That did mark, at least what could end up being the bottom. We'll find out how the rest of the year goes, obviously. But ever since that happened, we have been continuing the uptrend, putting in higher lows for the RSI, trading now above the 50 line, which is a very important line for the RSI to continue above. So that's really basically the RSI switching into a more bullish phase. So I hope that uptrend does continue. If that uptrend breaks, well then, we can start talking about maybe coming back down to test some of these lower price support areas like, $20,500, for example. Right now, that uptrend is continuing. Now let's have a look at the weekly chart just real quick here. So this is our weekly close that came in here for Bitcoin. You can see not a lot of big price action throughout the week. We topped at $23,600, the bottom down at $22,300. So between the top and the bottom of that candle was not a huge range of price differences. So it's actually pretty amazing to see how tight the range was over the last week. The market is getting into that phase where they're trying to decide, okay, is it okay to get bullish again? Is it a crime to get bullish? Are we getting in trouble for being bullish again? Can we start getting the relief rally to really get up to some interesting levels, the kind of levels that make everybody question whether this is still even a bear market before, of course, probably coming back down? That's how relief rallies tend to work. But we may see that shaping up. We are getting closer and closer, of course, to the CPI data for the month of July being released. I think a lot of the market is anticipating that it's going to be lower than 9.1%, which would be a bullish kickoff for the markets, leading towards the end of the month when we might even see the Federal Reserve not lowering interest rates, but potentially if they stopped raising interest rates, that would be game changing. And if the interest rates were simply raised at a lower level compared to previous raises, that would also be massive news. Now the RSI, we'll just take a quick look at that here as well on the weekly for Bitcoin. You can see we are still in that definitive downtrend here for the RSI on the weekly. So we have not yet broken out of the wider downtrend that Bitcoin is in. And that's something we'll continue to talk about and continue to keep an eye on. But even though we're in a short-term uptrend on the daily, the wider macro downtrend for Bitcoin and most major cryptocurrency assets has not yet been broken out of. So that is a key area for us to keep an eye on, right? The RSI on the weekly is only down at 34 here. Ideally, we want to see that coming back up and trading above 50, which would break the downtrend line. By the way, if you are a cryptocurrency trader, need yourself an account over on Bybit. You can long and short all the top coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and many more. They have the 7th biggest spot markets as well. Great place for trading altcoins without any leverage also. Use the link down below to start your account. You'll get 30% off of your trading fees, up to $4,450 in trading bonuses. So go ahead and check that out. Now let's talk real quick about Cardano before I finish up this video. So the Cardano Vassal hard fork is coming in the not so distant future. And I think that much like what we saw with the announcement that September 19th is the most likely date to see the Ethereum hard fork moving forward, the big price rally that we've seen for Ethereum as a result of that, all of the Ethereum ecosystem pumping on the back of that, Optimism's pumping, the Lido tokens pumping, etc., that we could see once this hard fork date is firmly announced, a real potential for a Cardano price rally. This is going to be game-changing for Cardano when it comes out. It's really going to just unleash DeFi and gaming and all this stuff to come to Cardano and to be highly functional on the Cardano blockchain. So it's a major upgrade here for the network. And I think the market has not necessarily priced that in yet. If you look here at the charts, Cardano has been trading above the 50-day exponential moving average, but just barely holding up above there. We've seen a few, obviously, pretty good dips down below that over the last few weeks. Our next major area of price resistance is coming up really soon, actually, just up here at about 55 cents. After that, we run into the 100-day exponential moving average, around 58 cents there for Cardano. But I think that such a rally, if it kicks off, could actually bring us up to some very interesting price points, much in the same way we saw a massive rally with Ethereum. So we could see areas like 68, let's just call it 69 cents, coming into play, which is a pretty serious move from the current price of Cardano moving up here. So obviously all that is predicated on the idea that we are going to see the Cardano Vassal hard fork announced in the not so distant future. Once that is announced, we could then see some real price action starting to play out for Cardano. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on for people looking to make a trade based off of that potential buy the rumors, sell the news kind of move for the hard fork announcement. Definitely something to be keeping an eye on. Anyway, you'll let me know what you think about all this down below in the comment section. Do you think there'll be some big and exciting price action happening for Cardano around this hard fork announcement? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.